So recently someone in my comments asked me to make a video on how the Raven and the Aransu Prisms work, and I felt like this was a great idea because a lot of returning players from the Warding class that just came out, a lot of returning players came back to the game, and these are kind of fairly new, so they might not know what these are, and of course, you know, the new players are not going to know what these are either. They're just kind of there in this guy's shop, and he's all over the place, so you're probably wondering, you know, what is this even for, because it's kind of expensive to buy these things. So I just want to do a little video explaining how they work, and then also whether I recommend buying them or not. So just kind of to summarize what they are, basically NCSoft implemented these into the game just to give you another way to get your raid legendary accessories. For example, all the Raven ones are your BT aka Skybright Spiral accessories, like the Supernova earring I have, and also the Lodestar ring that I have, both from Black Tower. For example, the Aransu are the Vortex Temple necklace, the legendary one, so you can get these. So they're just other ways to get them without actually having to do the run. All this is from PvE type content. So what you'll do, let's say, you know, you want the Supernova earring. Let's say I don't have it and I want to get the Supernova earring. What you can do is come to this vendor guy, and then you'll talk to him, and then you'll go right here to the Raven Lightning Prism. So let's say I want the Lightning one, obviously, for that build. I would purchase this one for 250 helium cores, 25 Blackstones, and 100 gold. Now, after that, you have to buy one more item. So I'll show you guys in the marketplace how it goes. You can farm for this item in hard mode dungeons, but I don't really recommend that since it's so cheap to buy them. So you go to the marketplace, and then you'll see it right here. Depending on what prism you bought, you need to buy the faded version. So let's say, you know, I bought the Lightning Prism and I wanted the Supernova earring, right? So what I would do is buy a faded Raven earring from the marketplace. The faded Raven ring is not really in the marketplace right now, so again, you might have to farm for that if it's not in the marketplace. And what you'll have to do is farm one of the hard mode dungeons. So for the faded Raven earring, you have to farm hard mode of Iron-Tech Forge and Epidrate Lair. And then the faded Raven ring, you have to farm hard modes of Hollow's Heart and Starstone Mines. So these dungeons are actually fairly difficult to do. So honestly, I don't really think this is the best way to get your BT accessories, just because if you're trying to get your BT accessories, you're not going to be super geared in my mind. So trying to run like hard mode freaking Epidrate Lair or hard mode Hollow's Heart sounds really daunting. Like really, I can only see you doing this is if you actually buy it from the marketplace. But just to kind of stay on topic, you would buy from the marketplace for 20 gold, and then you have your Lightning Raven Prism that you got from the vendor guy, and then you just fuse them together, and then boom, you get a free Supernova earring stage 1 that you would get from them. So for the Vortex Temple necklace, it's the same type of thing. You'd come to this vendor guy, scroll all the way down, and then depending on what element you are, you know, let's say I don't have my Storm Pulse necklace from Vortex Temple, I would just buy it here, the Aransu Lightning Prism for 250 helium cores, 25 silver scales, and then 100 gold. Buy that, and then again I can go to the marketplace or farm a hard mode dungeon. This one's going to be a little more difficult because it is a Vortex Temple necklace, which is a harder raid than Black Tower. And what I would have to do is get a faded Aransu necklace, and these drop from hard mode Drowning Deeps, hard mode Ransack Treasury, or hard mode Sandstorm Temple. So obviously you just see these are actually pretty pricey, 225 gold just to buy it. And then same thing, you'd buy it, unseal it, and then you would just fuse it with the prism that you bought from the vendor. So the biggest problem with the prism system is that they're kind of outdated, I feel like, and they're not really cost efficient in any way. And another really big issue is that they cost a material that you're not even going to really be able to farm for like an ideal character for this prism. So to give you guys an example, if you're a new player or a returning player, and you're trying to get a BT accessory through the prisms, that means you're not going to be super geared, obviously. So trying to get helium cores from Epidrate Lair, Hollow's Heart, and Starstone Mines, these are more endgame dungeons. Sure, they're not super bad. I mean, you could do them with around 1k AP, but still, they're going to be more difficult for a new player with their gear who's probably not even going to be close to 1k. They're probably going to be like 900, 950. So this whole thing is going to be a big issue. And then also 250 helium cores, that's going to take you a very long time to do. That's not going to, you're not going to be able to get 250 helium cores in a week, not even 2 weeks, not even 3 weeks. It's going to take you quite a while of a time frame to accumulate that many helium cores, because you only get 1 to 2 per day from each dungeon you do. So it's not like you can just get a ton within like a couple of days. It's not going to work out like that. So really this whole system is not really useful for a new player because it's out of their reach. So I feel like this is kind of a missed opportunity, because I feel like I like the idea that, hey, you don't have to do these raids. There's another way you can do it. It might be kind of expensive, but you don't have to deal with a clan or anything like that. I like the whole concept, but they didn't really execute it very well, in my opinion. Also, I mean, the 25 Blackstones isn't as bad, but it's still going to take you some time to get those. 100 gold is nothing to sneeze at either. You know, that's going to be a little pricey, especially for a new player. And honestly, if you do a Black Tower raid, like, you can buy your accessories. Obviously, it's going to depend on what group you run with. Some groups will give it for you for free, you know, if you're with your clan. Some groups will charge you 50 gold to buy it. Some will charge you 100. Some have a bidding fee, so always is going to vary. But for the majority of time, I see people charge like 50 gold to 100 gold for an accessory. So really, like, this is not a super efficient way to save gold or anything to get these items. I really don't recommend it for especially the Raven accessories. I just feel like Black Tower nowadays is such an easy raid to do. All you have to do is know the basic mechanics that have been out for 2 years. You can run Black Tower all day with 950 AP. It is not a high AP requirement to do that raid since it's been nerfed so much. So you just have to kind of know the basic mechanics of the bosses, which are pretty damn simple. And I know them really well, and I'm a pretty bad player, so if I know them, you can know them. So really, I don't recommend the prisms at all for at least Raven. I feel like it's not a very good deal. Really, I guess, like, if you've been trying to get like a fire accessory for months and months, and it's on your ult character and you have the cores and stuff, I guess you could buy it, but I still feel like it's just wasting all your helium cores that you could use to get the new bracelet or to get, you know, something of a better value. So I don't really feel like this is a good idea to buy them. I feel like you should just run Black Tower once per week and just try to get your accessory through that. It's a way easier method. For the other hand, for the Aransu ones, I still don't even feel like these are worth it. Main reason why is silver scales are very expensive to get these items, and you need them for the endgame gear like Aransu. To upgrade your Aransu to higher stages, you're going to need a lot of them. And like 25 silver scales, you're looking at easily over 2k worth of gold in just these materials. And then also 100 gold to buy it. And then again, 250 healing cores. Not to mention you have to get the necklace from either, you know, hard mode or the marketplace. And the marketplace is around like 250 gold, as I showed you. So this is not a good deal because you can actually buy a carry run, and I've seen the necklace advertised for 300 to 500 gold just to buy it flat out from a carry run. So why would you spend hundreds and hundreds of gold worth of material and items to try to get it like this when you just instantly buy the necklace? So I guess the only benefit I could see someone argue about the prism system is that it is guaranteed whatever prism you want. So, you know, for example, if you're not aware, the weekly lockouts and raids, you get an RG chance to drop a legendary accessory. So, you know, 4 bosses in Black Tower, let's say I need my low star ring. Well, the 1 week I do Black Tower, they might not drop any type of lightning accessory whatsoever. They might drop frost and fire or earth and wind, who knows? It's all RNG. So I could do that Black Tower 1 week, not get any type of lightning drop, and then have to wait a whole nother week to hopefully that they drop my lightning ring that I need, you know. So I can see someone argue that, like, hey, I don't have to wait or anything, I just instantly buy my lightning accessory just from doing this. But I still don't feel like for the cost and the time that's going to get the helium cores and everything like that, I don't really feel like it's worth just getting it guaranteed, where, you know, if you just do Black Tower once per week, you will get your legendary accessories pretty quickly, even with the RNG system that is unfortunately in raids. So I don't really feel like this is a good enough argument to say, you know, just because it's guaranteed, just for the amount of cost and gold and materials, I just don't feel like it's still worth it. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. If you guys are planning to use a prism system, let me know. If you're not, let me know too. See you guys in the next video real soon.